G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tucklewood Marks Point, with this Black Friday fishing report. And of course down here at Nauru, the dredge, trying to do his best up here in Swansea Channel. This weekend, guys, a little bit overcast today, and you can sort of see it behind me out to the west. Showers this afternoon and some showers tomorrow with those sort of east northeast winds. Some very big current out on the edge. We're going to go out there with my good mate Lucas Stansfield tomorrow. Indecision is probably our possible downfall at the moment. 3.8 knots of current on the shelf tearing down the hill, and it's not till you step back inside about 70 fathoms before you suddenly see that current back off to around about a knot. But that's a huge current that's happening out there at the moment, and that's really going to cause problems with our pelagic fishing, particularly out wide. If you're going to come back in on that farm area, there's been some nice reds still getting caught on the farm, few trag, and there's still some really nice kings down south. East northeast winds, not too bad there, but again there's going to be this shower activity right the way through into probably this time next week, I think, at this stage of the game. Inshore reefs, still a lot of snapper getting caught coastally on those inshore reefs, which is great to see. A lot of flathead now as well, some of those gravel patches preferring to move around, a few mowies, the odd trag, a few mulloway getting caught offshore. There was a couple caught down Cavesy, down towards Mawson over the last week as well. So it just goes to show you that if you're prepared to put a bit of time on the inshore reefs, it'll really pay off. You've got some really nice tides tomorrow morning, 1.8 metres, 7:30 and a 1:30 low tide. And of course, Monday night, the full moon. So then we'll start to retract back and head into that, waning off 10 days after the full moon, that December prawn run, which is going to be hopefully a little bit better than the November run. Last weekend, of course, the Let's Fish Lake Macquarie event happened. There was a lot of activity, huge demand on tube worms. We've got quite a few tube worms in yesterday afternoon, so that's all set down, ready to go for this afternoon and obviously on the weekend. But some very big numbers of whiting caught throughout the lake. I had a bit of a dangle late on Sunday afternoon, got 5 really nice fish, which I was more than happy with. But a lot of fish now, right the way through the estuary, so you're seeing a lot of whiting on the flats, a lot of brim. There's some really nice reports of mulloway, and there's been some really nice mulloway caught in the lake and some good flathead, and there's been real mixed catches of flathead. Some patches of smaller fish and some better fish, and our good mate Wayne Flanagan, of course, a fish almost 87 centimetres last week as well. So this is the sort of fish that's getting around now, because these bigger fish are going to start to move in, and as they start to basically get up to that spawning period, as we come into mid to late December, January, you'll see a lot more of those small males hanging with them. But there's a lot of bigger fish out here at present. Still getting some really nice reports of kings in the lake, and quite a few kings getting caught. Pulborough Island, definitely down south. But over here at Cole Point, not too bad at all. There's some nice edges there and a lot of markers. So live yellowtail, live squid, really proving to be the best. I know a few guys are throwing a few surface lures, but the lake itself at the moment really going well. My good mate Paul Shepherd was in yesterday. He got some beautiful blue swimmer crabs in the lake, and this is what we're seeing. Those blue swimmer crabs at the present moment are high quality and very good size. So again, a great opportunity to get out there and soak some pots and get some of these blue swimmer crabs, because there's really some good ones amongst them. The odd squid now starting to find their way back in, scatterings of them through the lake. The guys chasing flathead are seeing them, but again, early mornings in Swansea Channel, up at the drop over, and there's the odd one down at Murray's. But again, with that run coming on in after the full moon, that prawn run, you'll see another build-up of these squid throughout the channel area. Water temp on the beaches, guys, particularly coastally, just above 20 degrees. This is basically what's happened now, is we've seen an influx of whiting now at Dart and Brim along the coast. Had a few reports up at Stockton Beach too over the last week. There's been a few salmon, and still, surprisingly enough, some nice tailor up there. I know there was some really good tailor caught at Cole Point last Friday after I did the report. Got a couple of really nice, reports of fish, 50s to 51s on the bottom, where they're up on the surface there was smaller fish. But it's nice to still see a few fish coastally, and there's quite a lot of mulloway, and there's a lot of school mulloway, not only on our beaches up here at Blacksmiths Belmont, which I talked about last week, but Stockton as well. And I had that confirmation of that there, a lot of fish 50 to 60, which is really good to see, because I think after the back of a few years of plentiful rain and a lot of flood water coming out, of certainly the Hunter River and a lot of our systems, Hawkesbury and alike, we're seeing a lot more juvenile fish coastally, and I think that's just credit to what's been getting flushed in and flushed out. So the systems at the moment looking very, very good. And of course, we got a bit of a victory this week, guys. They've opened up a small passageway up here at Blackned's Bay, not Blackned's Bay, Coltee Creek. I'm all excited because it's around about 1 metre to 1.2 metres in width at the moment, and you can sort of see it. It's a start. It's the start of the process, finally, that people are starting to listen. DPI is starting to put the heat on a few of the guys that are up there. Council doesn't seem to want to listen, but it's the viewers, it's all of us guys, the locals, that have been involved and heavily involved in trying to get something done with our local areas, and a victory to everyone that's concerned. About, as I say, 1 metre to 1.2 metre width. Went up and had a look at it late yesterday afternoon. That flow is certainly coming out on the run-out tide, but it's important that we get it done and get it done quickly. If we get a lot more rainfall, then we're really going to need to see that widen out. So hopefully this is just the beginning, but a great victory, well, small victory at that, up there at Coltee Creek. So things starting to make sense. I know the boat ramp at Swansea, particularly the Ungala Road ramp, really making some progress there, guys. So it looks like, hopefully over the next few weeks we may even see an opening there ahead of schedule, which will be absolutely fantastic. And of course, this weekend, and certainly today for 4 days, it really started late yesterday afternoon, our Black Friday sales, and we've got some really good specials happening on a lot of our fishing rods in particular, and a lot of our Shimano range, and just, one that comes to mind, Sienna's, 2 Sienna rods for $50. So there's Sirocco's 2 for $99 as well, and Katanas, selected models of Katanas, we've got quite a few of them, 2 Katana rods for $80, and they're in their big barrels, okay? So there's certainly selected models there on that, and there's right across the range, we've got some great specials happening, Samaki, lures, some of the lures that we picked out there on the hardboys, the Redics, 50% off. So they're basically buying 2 for 1. Squid jigs and right across the board. We'll probably have a few announcements over the next few weeks as well. A few surprise announcements, no doubt, in the next fortnight, and I'll keep you updated what goes on there. Weather's looking good. Possible rain this afternoon. Let's get out there. Let's get down to the store. Let's see what specials are happening. Plenty of tube worms. See you next Friday.